Hello everyone, Dan Jeet, Kune, Physiology and more, and today is day 4 of exercise and benefits. Today I would like to discuss a little bit about misconceptions, okay? Here's a good misconception, and honestly this just makes me laugh. I mean literally hysterically sometimes, okay? Running is bad. See, I told you it made me laugh. Running is hard on your knees. Okay, now, yes, those things can happen. There are reasons for these misconceptions. There are reasons that people think these things. Okay, number one, if you're doing nothing but running 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week because you're a marathon runner, you're training for cross country in high school or college, or you're running competitively, whatever it may be. If you're doing just running and you're not doing weight training with your legs like squats and deadlifts and things like that to strengthen your joints and your knees and your muscles more to be able to handle adapt faster, handle the adaptation of the stresses, so-called stresses of running, then yes, of course you're going to have bad knees. Yes, of course you're going to screw your knees up. Trust me, I know from experience. Another thing too, if you're not stretching properly, you're not stretching thoroughly or in the right ways, and also if you're not changing up your stretching routine every once in a while, then yes, that can cause things as well. I actually injured my knees back in high school because 2 reasons. Number 1, I was not doing enough leg training. Number 2, I was not stretching enough. Then I started to do more leg training, but I wasn't stretching enough. And guess what? I injured my knees again because I was not doing the things I needed to do. Okay, if you want to be lazy and you just want to run, okay, yeah, please forgive me, because I'm not saying if you run, you're not really lazy per se, but you're lazy on other aspects that you need to be doing, like leg training, leg strengthening, different exercises, whether it's body weight and or weight. You've got to be doing something that's going to be putting a resistive force against your muscles that you're using. Otherwise, they're either going to get weak or you're going to get an injury. Okay, and this is scientifically proven. There is no scientific evidence that running itself is going to cause bad knees. Okay, yes, it's a weight-bearing exercise. Yes, if you have bad knees or if you have recently had a knee injury, yes, you want to avoid running temporarily. However, what I would recommend, biking and or walking and or swimming combined with weight training. Why combine with weight training? Because, like I said, putting you against a resistive force, okay? If you're just walking even all the time, okay, the weight-bearing activity is putting your muscles and joints against a resistive force. However, you're not going to put them against enough force to be able to get them strong enough. That's why it's called strength training. And when done properly, if you're focusing mainly on strength, you need to fight the eccentric movement, okay, which is the opposite of the concentric. If you don't know what eccentric and concentric are, let me explain, okay? The eccentric is what people call fight the negative. It's the harder part of the exercise. The concentric is when the muscles decontract, or they basically go from contracting to relaxing. So here's a couple examples. When you're doing bicep curls, right? I'll just grab a small weight so you can see the muscles move. Okay, doing bicep curls. Okay, so when you do biceps, your muscle is contracting, okay? So right there. Now, when they say fight the negative or work more on the eccentric action to strengthen your muscles more, that means you're going to come down slower. Because this, especially right here, you're going to feel it the most. But when you come down slower, that is going to fight that eccentric action, fight the negative aspect of it, the hardest part of the exercise, which is going to gain you the most amount of strength. You come up like this, that's more just going to help with your blood flow and your overall muscle function. You come down like this, slower. Okay, so if you're just going like this, boom, boom, you're not going to get much of that eccentric action, much of that resistive force against that. So, but like I said, when you're fighting, you come up, okay, and when you go down slower and you're fighting the eccentric or the downward movement or the negative, fight the negative, okay, that is what's going to strengthen. Another example. Okay, so if you want to strengthen your knees, the underlying muscles, as well as your joints for running and other things like that, okay, here's what you want to do. Bodyweight squats, or obviously squats with weight. When you come down, the eccentric movement is down, okay? So you're going to want to, come slower, down slower, slower, and then up a little faster. I literally do every single one of my squats this slow. I mean, not exactly. I mean, obviously you're going to be a split second or a couple seconds off each time, whatever, but this is about the movement that I do. This is the speed that I go when I'm doing squats. And I still do my time and attention after. So we've got to be doing the right things, people. Please, please, please combine your strength training and stop listening to these misconceptions. Oh, running is bad and all this. That's straight up bullshit, okay? I have been consistent in my martial arts training for 13 years. There's majority of the time, lately, for the last several months, I've been running almost every single day. Do I have any knee issues? No. Do I have any hip issues? No, because number one, I do strength training. Number two, my flexibility and mobility exercises. Number three, I'm doing things right. I still make sure I recover when I feel I need to recover and things like that, okay? So we've got to be doing things right. If we're doing it properly, don't have any problems. Yes, 4 years after I injured my knees, yes, I had issues with my knees because I was not doing the right things. I was not doing enough strength training. Especially I was not doing enough stretching. And if you're concerned more about your knees, you need to be thoroughly stretching your quadriceps in multiple different ways. So let's pretend we're laying down, okay? Here's one way to do it, like this. You can do it stand up as well, okay? And then you see the standard quad stretch. Both of those are going to stretch different muscles. The quadricep muscles are called quads because they are a 4-muscle group. There are 4 different underlying muscles, and if you're not stretching them in different ways, you're not targeting all of them. I know because recently I've been doing different things. I changed up my routine a little bit as far as my weight training, and I noticed over time that I had, number one, I had a little bit of pain in what's called my Tibialis Anterior, which there actually are muscles around your shin bone called your Tibialis Anterior, hence your tibialis bone, okay? And the combination between that and there's a little bit of issues in my quadricep. No, I didn't have any issues or pain in my knee, but I did have some pain and some tightness and things like that. And I realized I was mainly stretching my quadriceps and just maybe doing a couple different exercises. I changed up how I do it. Now the pain is going away. Things are getting better. I'm loosening up more and things like that. So we got to be doing these things. So let's get out there, stay motivated, believe in yourself, believe you can do it, and believe that you deserve it. Let's get out there. Let's go.